nouă zi, un nou bun găsit. Am bătut palma cu ghidul Rapanui Tutehame pentru $100, așa că aștept ora 10 pentru a mă lua de la cazare și a mă duce pe la toate siturile așa cum a promis. Am mai spus și că dacă mai găsește vreun amator, va mai scădea prețul cu $20-30, lucru cu care nu am fost de acord. Dar până va veni să mă ia, mai bat puțin ulițele pentru a mă delecta cu flora locală.
Lămâi. Și unde mai trandafirul japonez? Prințesa lui Carmen, dar copac, nu ghiveci.
Înainte de a porni la drum, cred că ar trebui să știți că dacă nu respectați curățenia sau depășiți limitele impuse de autorități în jurul obiectivelor, riscați să plătiți amendă, ceea ce s-a și întâmplat celuilalt membru al formației noastre. Este vorba de Yuan, un tânăr de 23 de ani din Hong Kong alăturat echipei ieri după mine. Prima oprire a fost la situl Orongo, care reprezintă un sat de piatră și un centru ceremonial la sud de orașul Hangaroa. Satul este alcătuit dintr-o serie de clădiri joase cu pereți rotunzi, uși mici, fără ferestre, acoperite cu iarbă și situate pe vârful mai înalt al craterului vulcanului Ranokau.
Yes, but the ticket remains here or?
No, you could put it in your passport so it's safe.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Here we go.
Thank you.
Ya entró. Ándale.
Nice. Mauro, Maximus. Hey, happy Mom's Day. But Mira is okay, so God, many tribes in the past, they would compete for God's attention.
Makemake este în mitologia insulei Paștelui creatorul umanității, zeul fertilității și zeul suprem. În cazul sectei omului pasăre Tangata Manu, este reprezentat în petroglifele Rapanui ca o față cu ochi mari sau poate un craniu cu orbite enorme și un nas falic.
Make, visionary, biggest slave. So these two eyes is our religion, my religion. Make, my supreme God, put this man inside this bird, told them, fly into the sun, continue into the sun. Manutara, albatross, native, Rapanui. So you will see the good children, they stand in deep water of the holy city of Ta'ana in Hiva. Then you'll see the navel of earth hanging inside the sea. The bird flies over this lake. The bird inside the priest, Haumaka, selected nation, makes a gesture. The great big bowl of darkness. Naming Poko Poko Uriya Haumaka Hiva. Then circle, naming Oromo, Karikari, Hamaroa, and then finally the bird flies back to Hiva into the body of Haumaka in front of their Moai. Son of people can't believe what he's saying. I'm flying into the sun. I see the good children standing in deep water. The great big bowl. It's too much. So, 7 representatives, from 7 nations, selected by the royals in their ship of brass to go to the navel of earth, verify how Maka is correct. They saw the good children, they came in upon the navel of earth, they planted Manavara gardens. They planted a banana, sweet potatoes, breadfruits, nga'atu, totora, and fruits and vegetables, beans, apanui. Then they go surfing. As they're surfing in the waves, one of the giant turtles, Honuure Mea Mea, get in the wave and karate chops one of them. Muku, uku, uku. Ribs broken, they left him behind. Muku, uku, uku, placed at Ahuatim, Akivi, first Ahu and Navanui, first Moai. Then the other 6 go back to Hiva. As they come in Hiva, Jubilee exists in the navel of earth hanging inside the sun. So 3 ships elevate the Rapanui. Hotumatua, wife Bakai, his own government, 1,000 people on board. Second ship, Wawarepua, captain of her own ship. Curious, in her ship hiding the illegitimate king, Oroi, did not make king. He was corrupted. Composition, 1,000 people on board, her own government. Third ship, ship of the priests, faculty members of obedience school centers in Hiva. Parikanikane, Maraito, here, some of these cities. Captain Tupoihu Sumo, priest, the bones of God, meteor, Haumaka inside, and the families of the teachers. The 3 ships, 3,000 people. They enter the navel of earth, they put their ships inside the lakes, the ship's grass grew, multiplied, many generations building amphibians. They populated Melanesia, Polynesia, Micronesia, scaled to the United States, came down to Central America. We have a mountain in north of Peru called Mauna Mata. If you ask them today, why is it called Mauna Mata? Ancient words! Yeah, it's Rapa Nui word, it means obsidian mountain. And we planted this magic grass inside Lake Titicaca in Bolivia. We built Machu Picchu, did not finish. They were attacked by Europeans. We merged into the north, south of the natives. So we came down to Patagonia. We named a few regional sites. Baiteca, if you ask them, they'll say ancient words. Baiteca, ground waters down in Patagonia. And we had the introduction of different colored egg chickens. We gave to the Hunas Honas, and we taught the Hunas Honas how to earth oven food, the Central Americans, etc. Here in this school, shuts down for 3 months, June, July, August, in preparation for the Bird-Man, Bird-Woman competition to determine Rapa Nui's royal for 1 year. This school, Obedience Center, shuts down and had been the latest building elaborated by children, young people in the past, tunneled into the cliffways, and so we know it's very old. So the priests would be working at the office of this school, consecrating colors, kiea, for ceremonies, and attainment of rank, academicals, etc. And they would be receptioning food. So when you run in the competition, crawl, lizard your way down to Karikari, you'll be consecrated by the priest. You would jump in the water, make your way all the way to the island to acquire albatross egg. You would trajectory your way back, lizard, crawl, cat your way all the way to bird calling altar. Hand your egg. Your priest sponsor make you king queen for 1 year. Your signature goes on bird calling altar. You take consecration marriage to a virgin, accounted by Maki and the priests. This way, please. How Maka, selected nation, matrimony, mana, divine power, Make, the name of God supreme, Manutara, the albatross, the symbol of total liberty. Here it is, Mama Pacha, where we come from. Matrimony, Make never stops working for consecrated marriage, Holy Spirit. Here, Paoa, policeman, rectitude. This is the rectitude of matrimony. You have the Ao, the world, and you have the virgins. perfect antenna where God speaks to the people of the earth. These priests, and here at the islands we have the bones of human beings in many of the caves on the islands, ceremonial paintings and carvings on stones pertaining to all ceremonial activities performed here at Oromo Obedience Center. This Motunui island has more than 60 caves. So I had my chance to live there. Beautiful place, wonderful. Let's go see this real site. We gifted the Hoa Hakananaia to England. It's sitting in the Museum of Natural History. It is a gift to the royals from my royal in Napanui to the royal in England. They made us brotherhood. So made my island museum for the world, protection for my people. So consolidated this moai Hoa Hakananaia. It is the symbol of protection. So the royals of England pronounced for many generations, Rapa Nui must be filled with animals, pigs, horses, cows, and sheep, must be refertilized, must be reformed, reforested. Plants native to Rapa Nui from Melanesia, Polynesia, Micronesia must be brought back and reintroduced to the island. Plants in the mud, in the caves and tunnels must be replanted and reintroduced to the rest of Rapa Nui. So this reforestation project made it possible with this symbol to consolidate a friendly relationship with England, we today with them. Let's go to this.
How many days are you staying here?
Yesterday, today, and tomorrow I leave.
Same.
But
Same flight maybe.
I had to, yes, just one flight.
Only one flight, yeah.
Old extension families. Many of these would be older boys, older girls, holding egg, winner of the egg, priests. So the position of the hand is very important. Hiding, it would be a small albatross on the knee of mama. Here is where the hospital your child is born. When you win the Eggman competition, you take part in a consecrated marriage, and then you would be having your child. You would go to the United Nations while your spouse stay behind, educating obedience. Here the albatross nests are everywhere. Many of these nests of stone are slid into the sea, but you can see that there are albatross from different periods of time faded by the disintegration had been here. You can see some of them, the birds, extension body, like this, holding egg in prayer, the priests. Well, here they are, albatross, projected as family unit living together in love. Here, the three good children standing in deep water of the holy city of Ta'anga, referring to these, they would be referred to these. So the lineage of the equinox. Yeah. Here we have a very natural formation of the sun coming up east, most south. The equinox is when the sun is most south, rising east. Then the 22nd of September is called the first birthday of the sun. Here, this lineage. Lineaged by these natural formations, here the rainbow are born from Motunui. Yeah, Motunui produces rainbows. Exactly. Motunui, the big islet, the good children standing in deep water, the big islet, Motunui, yeah, is where the rainbows are born. Yeah, that's a rainbow mom. Right there, the matrix of rainbows. I love it. It's so cool. So it's coming up the season where you see rainbows are born from there. Until Rapa Nui disappears, and then you have to drive another half an hour. Then you hit Puka. It is a coral reef underwater, and the biggest manufacturer of all tuna.
Excuse me.
Fish in general, swordfish, kana, mahi, all giant fish are born there. So they would go to the world from there. Orient yourselves for photo. Yeah, you. Go ahead. Here. Make. The eyes of God is always watching us. The two eyes, visionary, this religion. You have lizards in a stone. They depict the better manipulation of your body on stone. So the children would study these animals. And holes in the stones, typical of where children are, you will find these holes in the stones in pyramical form. So they would recite poems that we remember in our different ceremonies. We recite so we don't forget. Then they would introduce the pets into the stones. That would be for better manipulation, eye-hand coordination, etc. You could see the classroom, 60 classrooms here. So each classroom would have different generation children. God's eyes are really watching us. That's what the message is. These small little birds filled here, faded through time, all of these stones. Small little birds showing genius, and they would be graduating ahead of much older people. And make their way into the water, swim out, and swim back. And then crawl all the way back to bird calling altar, hand your egg to your sponsor, make you king or queen for 1 year. Then you would go to the United Nations and be bestowed with the power of royalship for 1 year, while your spouse stays behind learning obedience with your child being born here. Here, you see, is this, the great big bowl of darkness. It is named by Haumaka, priest called selected nation. Our first priest determined the beginning of our history. Haumaka had been in the albatross placed by God, flew into the navel of earth. As the bird comes up to this, the bird would see no vegetation, only lake water. So the coolness of the water rising up to the chest of the bird, Haumaka inside the bird makes this gesture. The great big bowl of darkness. Naming this the great big bowl of darkness. Poko Poko Uria Haumaka Hiva calls it. So you can see here, it is this magic grass responsible of all Polynesian travels, Melanesian travels, Micronesian travels. These are all my family. They come from Hiva, had bounded in the navel of earth. From here, populated Melanesia, Polynesia, Micronesia, throughout the different periods of time, mingling with all the continents around them. We were able to scale into North America, come down to the Central America, down to the Honas, Patagonia. This grass, Totora, Naatu, is responsible for these ships we build. So we would use two currents, El Nino and the Great Garden. You can imagine during the pandemic, we were closed 3.5 years. Total psychosis. So you can imagine it took us 1 year to bring all prices of fruit and vegetables from 4,000 a kilo to 1,000 a kilo. Wonderful. All plains from the lake water comes from rain. It is excellent. So this water is channeled by the United States in the 1960s. This water is administering the water supply of everyone living at the base of this mountain, namely the uniforms of Chile. The extraction of water from this volcano needs to stop now. If it doesn't stop in a few years, this volcano is going to dry. When this volcano dries up, Rapa Nui is going to be in trouble.
Hai să ne întâlnim și săptămâna viitoare pentru a vedea restul siturilor de pe insulă. Vă aștept, dar până atunci să aveți parte numai de bine.